Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are here in Burgess Park in London and we are testing GOBE ND variable filters. So we'll compare them with another more expensive ones and let's see. They have really nice concept. They're like eco-friendly and with every purchase on their web page you are actually helping planting trees. Sounds good, right? Let's get started.
In other videos we recommended to stay with the fixed ND filters for the best image quality, but sometimes you are shooting events or things where you need to be fast, and those situations is where these variable ND filters come into play. Some of you asked us about some cheap alternatives to the TIFFEN filters and different brands. Let's see if it changes the color when you apply the filter. Let's see what happens. We're going to stay in the same ISO and with the same aperture. We're only going to change the shutter speed to compensate the light entering into the frame. So let's see what happens with these filters and let's compare it to the bare lens and with the other more expensive alternatives. One of the first things we see is that the variable filters add some color cast, in this case yellow, and some vignetting in the edges of the frame. If you see closer, you'll see that one of the main differences is that the TIFFEN stays sharp, whereas the GOBE is a bit softer. As you see, the image falls apart when you try to put the filters at their maximum intensity. That's something that you shouldn't do, and you should stay in the marks, because what happens is that it's almost close and a lot of things happen, like change of color, more vignetting, even some X pattern. So avoid that max intensity and adjust your aperture, ISO, or your shutter speed. If you stay in the safe zone, you'll see that both filters are pretty consistent and the color doesn't change throughout the range. What we usually do is to buy the same size of the filter to our biggest lens, so we can step down to our other lenses and we don't have to buy more than one filter. It's a bit more expensive than the smaller ones, but with one filter you are sorted. One thing we wanted to say is that even if you find that some of these filters have some color or some dominant, a trick is to do the white balance custom after applying the filter. The problem with super cheap filters is that the color changes when you change the intensity of the filter. That's a problem, because you're going to have changes all around the range. So in our opinion, we think that this filter is a pretty decent one for the price, for, you know, low budget projects, when you have the chance of not being so perfectionist with your image. Yeah, that's all. I hope you like this tutorial. If you like, please like and subscribe, and see you next week, guys.